All right, hello everyone. We'll just get the display running. Okay, so we are almost just about just about ready to start. Just setting a few things up, and then we can get right back on our journey as per usual, as though nothing changed at all. Haha. Luck story. Excellent. Okay, and with that, I will open up Discord to the that, and then finally I do declare we are back with our insane journey of oh goodness, walking 10 million blocks in the block story. We've got so much to talk about, and it's been a little while since we walked. I mean, I've certainly taken my time with this. Ooh. Um, I've got a few orders of business to deal with. First of all, our shield is badly in need of a repair. Um, Thank you, or I should say hello to TGS and Dobbs, who are already here. TGS has been patiently waiting for the past, I want to say, hour almost, as I've slowly but surely delayed the stream every now and then to longer and longer amounts of time. But alas, we begin finally, to begin our journey further, further in this direction. But all good things must happen eventually. So, but first we must sleep, because schlepping, as we know, is important. Shield is required to be repaired, but we don't have an axe, so we'll just have to put up with not using the shield for a little, because we need some walking. That was weird. Anyways, continuing on this fine journey in the negative X direction, as we continue our journey with a strange chunk border and a volcano, 10 million blocks in that direction. I don't know how long the stream today will last, but it should be a good amount of time. And indeed. So we have no set topics today. However, I'm sure there's plenty we can talk about. No new updates to the game. Wow, the first time we don't actually have an update. This is very interesting. Dobbs, how high up are you? Uh, 2 blocks, 2 blocks in the air. Now about 10. Or wait, that was TGS. I got it wrong. People on Discord seem excited. The memes are flowing. Yes, let the memes flow. Anyways, as we continue on our journey, it's important to remember that this series is always happening in the future someday. You can always rely on the fact that this series will eventually, years down the road, appear. So, first order of business today. Speculation regarding the update. So the update has been confirmed to happen. Firewolf. Yep, the new GIF on mobile is here. Aha. The update. Yes, we are fairly certain we know the update is coming. Um, it, it, I posted a few things because I do know some things about the update. However, I'm very limited about what I'm allowed to say. So I know it will be very interesting when it does. Huh. intrigues me. But alas, we do not know exactly what will be in the update. Simply that it is coming. Maybe, though, HH is finally, Headhunter, I should say, is finally taking an afternoon off. That would be good, perhaps. But we are the great community that we are demand content. So we are excited to see what happens next for this game. However, that being said, today is something slightly different. Today is walking, and when you are walking, you care not about that which is coming in the future. You only care about making progress, and in our case, progress is flying this way, with our partner, this glitchy shield, or as we've been calling it recently, the not so glitchy shield that it's unrecognizable as a glitchy shield anymore, because some point in time the glitchy shield became less of a glitchy shield and is now a kind of glitchy shield. More of an elongated shield, actually. But, yeah. The terrain is continuing to slowly tear itself apart, and we highly anticipate the 1 million block mark for reasons. So how's everyone in the stream today? I see it's 7 people watching. That's a decent number for these kind of streams. Anyways, yes. How is everyone today? How is what's everyone doing right now other than watching a stream in the background while playing an actual game? And now I wait. But in the meantime, while we wait, walking must ensue. So, I should probably address the elephant in the room. Yes, this stream was supposed to happen on the 6th. What did you do, Lumpology, that would cause this not to happen on the 6th? Well, you see, I think I made a video on this, but never, ever, after you've been in a doctor's office, decide to stream the next day. It's not worth it. Trust me. Because when you're in tons of pain, streaming isn't the first thing that comes to mind. And so for the next week, it's been nearly a week or something like that, I've been slowly moving the stream up by a day. Sometimes. Ooh, we've got some replies. TGS says, "I am fine, Lump. Thanks for asking." And Kevin Tipa, who welcome to the stream, Kevin Tipa. As always, you are a welcome addition to this constant run. Kevin Tipa is the true constant to this stream. Also playing Black Story. Excellent. As are we, as we continue our journey. 10 million blocks. Anyways, yes. As I said, when in hospital, don't stream the next day. Word of advice from a friend. Yeah. TGS. Kevin, how are you on Black Story and YouTube at the same time? X-Files Case 101. I'll let Kevin answer that. Cuz. I wonder if it's 2 devices. He says. Maybe it's... Actually, I don't know. Does Kevin Tipa use mobile? These are the questions that we will never know the answer to. Perhaps, maybe we will in just a moment. But that's not important. What's important is we keep walking. Because we are on a journey to 700,000 blocks in the negative Z. What was... Gotta eat. And that, my friends, is starving 101 in Black Story. When you're at level 31, you tend to starve a lot. Because when you've been on a journey for this long, good, decent sources of food are in short supply, as the last 2 pieces of bread from spawn slowly dry up. Oh my god, that took a lot of health. Don't do what I did. And that, my friends, is the last of the bread. Deepa has finally answered something. Ooh, wait. YouTube can play in a small window on my phone. You have split screen? Oh, see, this is something that's interesting. So I have a tablet from like a million years ago that I use, and it has split screen. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. So I buy a new tablet, and I expect the new tablet to have split screen on it. No, it doesn't. So I have a tablet from Ancient with split screen, and the brand new tablet, this fancy one that'll be shown off in the tutorial tomorrow. It doesn't have split screen, so I can't do anything on it really. So I find myself using the old tablet more than the new one. Why is this? Why am I cursed? So, but that is not a problem. So, as we continue on, we need to decide. At 1 million blocks, what will we build? Also, at 700,000 blocks, what will we build? We will obviously build the usual monument, but what in addition to this should we do? This is the questions that plague us for all eternities, yes. But in addition to that, there's more news. More news. Do we go in addition? Because I just keep talking over myself, because that's how... Isn't that what you do when you are a streamer? That tree suddenly looked interesting to me. Ah, yes. So anyways, recently I was posting on the Black Story Discord about a Minecraft texture pack. Now, why am I bringing up that awful game this time? Well, first of all, it's not an awful game. Black Story and Minecraft coexist quite well. But secondly, I made a resource pack. And I'm not proud of this, but this resource pack, it takes the Black Story textures, or most of them, plus a lot of in-betweens, because I had to fill in the blanks, and puts them into Minecraft. I'm not proud of what I've done, but it was highly entertaining. Yes. So that's that. No questions at all. You may not question this. So now I made a unlisted video on my channel recently, and it was just me playing Minecraft mini games with a Block Story texture pack on. And people can comment below and be like, "What's this? Minecraft Block Story multiplayer? What?" And I would be like, "No, haha, joke's on you. I was playing Minecraft with a texture pack on." And you would be like, "What? No, I never could have guessed that." Yes. It was brilliant. Lumpology continues his trend of trolling the Black Story Discord server in random, inconceivably, totally unnecessary ways. It started back in 2017 when Spylump joined the server. The joke was, I left the server, but shortly after, immediately, a few minutes after, Spylump joined the server. Oh yes. You can actually go back if you spell Spylump backwards in the Discord searcher thing, then you will see you will see the record of that. It is quite funny actually looking back on it, because it took them like a day or two to figure it out that it was literally just Spylump spelt backwards. I even joined the voice channel a few times to troll them. Seth got it. Snick. But that is fine. Continuing on, iOS continues to not receive updates as things happen. Accelerator continues to make videos. Let's see. TGS. I dare you to kill the next NPC you see. Challenge accepted, my friendly. We will do exactly that. Oh, that's a question I was once asked. Why do you say friendly? It might be referencing a language, I'm not sure. But the How to Train Your Dragon books. Bist du kindly gubbe ut mi friendly is Dragonese apparently for will you kindly spit out my friend. So that has kind of morphed my speech over the years to say friendly whenever I'm referring to a friend. Random coincidental things. Books when you are younger, they have an effect on you. Yes, that is something people don't always know. How to Train Your Dragon was a book. Many people know the DreamWorks movie, but before then it was a book, a very good book. In my personal opinion, far superior to the movie. The movie has its charm too, but the movie is nothing like the book. It is a different story actually. Like many of the characters aren't even the same. But that's not important, because "Bist du kindly about me friendly" is a great line. Anyways, continuing on, we are approaching 630,000 blocks in this direction. When we reach that, we will put another bed. Wait a minute. Dun dun dun. Beds. There's a sheep. Oh wait, I promised that the next NPC I would kill. I am a man of my word. Why did it have to be Aaron? Okay, well, I'm a little worried about the shield, but well, better weapons. Angelic swords, yes. It's actually quite confusing to look at because of the Ooh, that's something that's interesting actually. As we fight this Aaron mindlessly, that we will eventually kill probably. Though I think my angelic swords are almost dead. Oh shoot. I hit a Ted. Teds are bad news. Ooh, and our angelic swords broke. We have a sword just right here that we will use. Ow! Gosh dang it! 3 versus 1, this is unacceptable. You there. Masked Knight. Oh, snap. Mission failed. Mission failed. Look. And with that, we are moving on. What was I saying before? I've forgotten. Oh, yes. No, I've still forgotten. I'm just pretending that I haven't forgot. Hello there. Run away. Oh, I uploaded a Block Story video recently. It was called I Can't Decide, and it is based off of a meme that has been going around the internet gloriously recently. Ah, yes. It was pretty fun to make. I rendered it all in Blender, so anyone who thinks it was like I was like adding stuff to the game or anything, no. I took screenshots and put them in a 3D program and then tracked them in Blender. It was amazing. Ha! But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm no NPC fighting here. Ha ha. You thought I could do it. You were wrong. You had too much faith in me. Ha 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 ha. Excellent. We're gonna put a bed down. Speaking of beds, one thing we're going to need to do very soon is we're going to need to get more beds. We've got a bit of a problem where we keep putting the beds down and not getting new ones in return. So pretty soon, I'm not exactly sure when, but pretty soon, beds are going to become very scarce. So we're going to have to start killing a lot of sheep. And I think that also means we're going to have to start upgrading sword damage, which is something I've been very hesitant to upgrade recently, because we've been going for speed as much as possible. But as our spawn resources go ever thin, definitely think it might be worthwhile to start killing some sheep and getting wool to make beds, because it does appear as though beds do not naturally appear in structures any longer. Alas, that is the case. Kevin Deepa's whelp comment is I can feel your disappointment from here. Yes. Glorious disappointment. Where would I be without it? Block story combat. Oh yes, that was what I was gonna say when I was fighting the Aaron, and then got started to be wrecked because because reasons. Minecraft combat copies block story combat. What? Yes, this is true. This is very true. I just want to test this. Minecraft is releasing combat snapshots right now, and the combat they're introducing is like identical to block story combat. Now my first thought was like, why would you do that? Block story combat sucks. But then I was like, wait a minute. We did it. Minecraft finally is taking inspiration from block story instead of the other way around. Ha ha ha. The combat is so similar, it's almost not funny. See, they have shields. They have the shields now, and now, in addition to like the shields and stuff, Minecraft has decided that combat should be a fixed reload sword. So that means you can put your finger down on the mouse clicker, and it will swing the sword at the maximum speed possible, always. Just like Block Story. It's amazing. It is truly, truly amazing. So, we did it. I can definitely say we successfully as a community. It was definitely us, no one else, just us. We've influenced the game itself. Black Story Combat reaches Minecraft. Breaking news, headers. Cover the Discord and messages. Yes. And the question is, will Accelerator cover this? Who knows? But, what was Accelerator's last video? That is a good question. I've been watching them quite intently, because each one has such interesting information and is chock full of jokes. So, and we like jokes here. Oh, I'm trapped. There we go. Continuing on. So, before this stream started, Kevin T, but we also did chains first. This is true. Yes. Ooh, another thing we did it too is I almost want to say like infinite dimensions, but I think we kind of don't really get to claim that. But like still, Minecraft now has infinite dimensions. Guess what Block Stories had for like, wow, you can go any direction indefinitely. We still have the build limit advantage. Ha ha ha. But that's not important. I was gonna say something and I forgot again. That's not why. Why did? Oh right, before the stream started, I delayed by half an hour. What was the reason for that? Why did TGS suddenly have to wait another half an hour for his stream? This. Answered now. Whoa, this is kind of cool, actually. I was rendering a video. I was doing voice audio on a video. The video that is in my premiering someday, or tomorrow, in like 22 hours. That was what I finished, rendered, and uploaded it in the 30 minutes between TGS, between the stream when it was supposed to start, and yep. So now you know. Ooh, a little bit of a... Guys, we are in a tundra right now. I will have you know that the biome tracker is not detecting the fact that this volcano exists. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. This, we never once entered a volcano in this. Yes. But anyways, yeah. So, the Black Story Wiki is finally back online. Oh my god. So I did an initiative a little while ago on these streams where I said, oh my god everyone, Black Story Wiki is terrible and seems completely unrelated to me. The admins of the main server, the Discord server, were like, created an initiative to get the fandom wiki back on track. So the fandom wiki has suffered for a while of being maintained by like one or two people who don't speak English, and that was fine. Like, props to them for doing it, but some of the information was sketchy at the best of times. So now it seems a lot of people are now on the wiki. I myself have been updating the wiki with information, and it is great because finally we're gonna have an up-to-date wiki. My only complaint though is that there aren't enough categories, but that's due time. That'll get back up. Anyways, we have been suffering as a community since the Block Story website has gone offline because the wiki was taken from us along with it, and now we only had archive.com to see it with, and that was not exactly very fun, especially since all the information was getting outdated by the day. But now the fandom wiki is online, and it's starting to come along quite nicely. So we just need to keep working as a community on the fandom wiki, and it'll get wonderful. Oh my god, please, yes, 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 yes. Yes! It's a 2-block. It is a 2-block greens biome. Oh my god, yes. Yes! Bookmark. Yes! so we are 2 blocks. So we just need a 1-block greens biome, and then we'll have the smallest possible biome in Block Story. Greens. Oh, that's so cool. So yes, fandom wiki. Oh yes, Kevin Deepa, I wish volcanoes counted as a biome. Yes, I agree. They are an honorary biome, and they were qualified as a biome on the wiki, but like, oh, that's another thing that's online. So Shadowhunter bot has been been around forever. Shadowhunter bot has been around forever, but Mikon is now like keeping Shadowhunter bot online like always. So we finally we get to use Shadowhunter bot again, and it's very good, and it's got all these stuff, and I've been helping contribute to it, and it's really great. It's got some really cool blocks in it. Like, for example, did you know there's a block in the game that still exists called Skyleaves? I sure didn't, but I found it in 8.0, and it turns out it retained itself over the 9.0 update. So that was cool. Oh, there's another thing. People often don't know this, but did you know Forgotten Grass was not removed in 9.0. It was removed in 10.0. It actually existed in 9.0, and then they removed it when they added marble to the game for texture reasons. Kevin Deep, smallest biome ever? Question mark. Yes. But we can do better than that. I am determined to find a 1-block biome. It will happen. It'll be not like an we need to find like a 1-block ocean biome or a 1-block grasslands biome. Something impressive. Like not just like a 1-block volcano, though that would be cool in its own right. A 1-block biome of some major biome, because I think it's definitely possible to find a 1-block biome. Like sure, there's plenty of 1-block river biomes out there, sure. But can we find a 1-block like beach or something? Oh, or not beach, sorry. Grasslands. That is the interesting. So this is shore. That's quite interesting. Shallow. I'm determined to find it. And eventually we will. So yes. Oyster's Head Archivist. Oysterhead Archivist says A. A yourself. Hello, welcome to the stream. I read the comments like Ioha. Cool. Yes. Welcome. So, now that we've found this 2-block biome, we must decide as wait, what's this? Peninsula. Anyways, volcano. This is a very nice location, actually. If I was playing Block Story, I would build a house here. Right here. Actually, maybe a bit further away. But, yeah. This would be a good spot for a house. Got all the major good biomes near it. Yep. And a sinkhole. So, you can set up a mine here. It would be great. Aloha, I meant. Ah, yes. Indeed, aloha. It's like it's generally a Hawaii expression, I think. Yes. Ooh, ooh, ooh! What is this magical thing we've found? Wow, this is kind of interesting, actually. Wow. That's cool. Directly diagonal river with like borders and stuff. That is very interesting. We've come by some new, very neat terrain features today. Ooh, Invalid Mace says, "What's up?" Hello, Invalid Mace. Welcome to stream. Famed moderator person. I think Invalid Mace is actually the only moderator who I have designated. Not by choice. He didn't ask. I just made him. I'm forcing him to be a moderator. He is my slave. He's my moderation slave. Ha, ha. Wait. Ah, darn it. Did you just say hi, Mace? Welcome. Oh yeah, it's Alpha Awesome, man. Welcome everyone. Continuing on. Stream. More inland. These things. Yes. I can't talk today. I talked for 30 minutes straight as I was recording my video, and now as I'm streaming, my jaw is getting tired. Blech. No one should talk for multiple hours straight while just after having surgery on their face. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. This is an interesting town. Wow. Sulfur. Wait, what? Actually, quests. What do we need? Potion apprentice. Learn how to required to see the river. Tell the alchemist you have the healing potion. Oh shoot! I have a quest I'm on. Ooh, alchemist. Potions apprentice. Oh wait, we have a mana potion somewhere. I'm like 90% sure we have a mana potion somewhere. We must have a mana potion. Mace. Help, I'm moderating live streaming, it's my will, lol. Yes, and you will continue to do so for all time. For you are the moderator. You are the slave of moderation. You can't escape it. I forced the Discord server on you, and now this. It's all part of my plan to control Invalid Mace with moderation. And then there is this one kid, me, who actually wants to moderate TGS. Yep. I can give you moderator. Add moderator. There you go. TJS, you are a moderator. Use this power well. I expect you to delete spam comments. For example, if that dude talking about Fortnite comes back, you know what to do. I am so evil. Anyways, all good things come to those who moderate, I think. That's what I was told. Suspicious. What the... I have not been spending much time exploring these bubbles. So I made a video recently, where I recorded the sheer scale of the old Atlantis, and I'm looking at the new Atlantis, and it's just not as impressive to look at. But yeah. Just not as impressive. Like once you start playing, you go back to like the old worlds or an 8.0 and stuff, and you look at Atlantis, you don't realize just the sheer scale Atlantis used to be in the game. Like it is absolutely unreal how huge the Atlantis biome used to be. I don't think modern block story really has the same sense of scale. All the structures are kind of tiny. The main continents aren't very big, and the mountains aren't very tall. That didn't used to be the case in old worlds pre 9.0. The terrain is just large. Like it's uncomprehendibly large. Like it takes like an hour to like walk over the main island. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, I've been thinking I should do a survival series where I play modern block story, but I play in an old world and just see how far I can go. You'll probably get limited because no Shivas will ever spawn, but I think it would be really fun. I think wizard spawns, so that's a bonus. But other than that, yeah, cool stuff. Yep. I could also mod it so that Shiva spawners are possible. I mean, that's not really that hard to do. I'm pretty good at C# myself. Actually, that's not true. I'm not very good at C#. I can only... It's very C-like, though, so it's not totally unfamiliar to me. I'm just stealing this guy's apples. I'm ruining his career, whoever owns this shop. There we go. We need to start like questioning Accelerator with like, when do we get Terrain 3.0? I want Terrain 3.0. Extravagant mountains of insane height and proportion. Like, when do we get the block story equivalent of amplified worlds? That's what I want to know. Because like, amplified, make it turn everything up to 11. Mine goes to 11. It would be insane. I want to see. I want to go up a mountain that's 10,000 blocks tall, and gaze down at the endless things below. The vastness. Yes, I want infinite height structures. Like, we have that already, but like, I want a hill that towers forever. Like, proper dungeons that expand indefinitely down below. I want this game to have a sense of scale like no other. Maybe there's a single dungeon at the spawn world that goes that generates infinitely up and down with increasing levels of difficulty. Like, once you go far enough out, the mobs are level 1,000 and they're huge and they like take up 16 chunks of space. And yep, Kevin Tipa, the top of the old mountains would be above modern space. That is true. I don't think there was actually any height restrictions in the old version. The only height restrictions that existed were, well, there were height restrictions, I should say, but like, it was just like there was like a set. It was a constant gap where Forgotten Sky was higher up than the terrain below. It was like 200 and some blocks, and it was just always that height. And then there was one layer of Forgotten Sky, and then just forever up, they were just these tiny islands. Invalid Mace. Nothing ever happens in the old terrain world, or at least as far as I'm aware. I think animal/monster spawners no longer work properly, but I could be wrong. They still work. When I was filming my I Can't Decide like music meme video, I was using old terrain, and they still work. But you know, it's not as impressive to look at for sure. Kevin TP, you have to break them. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. It does make things much more difficult. So maybe what I would do if I was to make a series on that, probably I'd just go back to 8.0. I mean, I have copies of 8.0, so I may as well use them. I mean, why not? Honestly, I think the only reason terrain, like the old terrain, is still in the game is because for legacy builds, it doesn't need to exist, technically speaking. But I do think the old terrain could deserve a bit of like updating. Like, you know, it's still like a fairly well-renowned part of the game. I mean, most of the people who have actually played Blackstray played it during the old terrain version, I think, maybe. Actually, that is a good question. How many people played Blackstray before 9.0 and how many after 9.0? Do we know this? Are there numbers on that? Or, like, I don't know. And now that the game has pretty much been in 9.0 longer than it's been in 8.0, when do we get the next version of the terrain? I'm just gonna keep hammering that point in, like, when do we get the next version of the terrain? I want terrain. Also, fix the rendering on the ice. Am I the only one who feels like the game is less polished now than it was? Maybe that's just me. Maybe I need to stop complaining. I do that a lot. I'm so passionate about this. The reason I used to develop this game. I'm so freaking passionate about it. I'm still gotta work on that mod API though. So many things to do. So many things to do. That's all good though. Hello, Glitch Shield. Welcome back to the adventure. I'm being very hesitant to bring you out right now, though, because I don't want you being destroyed on me. I'll stop it. Like when we reach the checkpoint, I will put you in an anvil and repair you. But the Glitch Shield is dangerously low in the red. I must repair it. Yes. As we continue on. I have this iced coffee on my desk that I have not been drinking because I've been talking constantly. I'm going to take a swig of it. Ah, delicious. Yes. Continue. Ooh, wait a minute. What do we got here? How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 away from the, yes. I'll bookmark you. Anvil Mace. I still have the world I started pre 4.0. No mobs spawn and nothing ever happens there anymore except water and lava going crazy with its physics. If I misplace something. Yeah! The new update with the water physics has really damaged old worlds, but it's fine. Yeah. That's an interesting thing. Okay. 8.0 terrain is not the first revision of Block Story terrain. I think, yeah. So it used to be that the height restriction, where the Forgotten Skies could never touch the overworld, didn't exist. So it used to be at random intervals, the Forgotten Skies would dip down below the standard height interval and touch the overworld. So it used to be possible to swim in like an ocean wall from the ice flats up into the Forgotten Skies at like level 0. There you go, level 0. That's something you don't see too much anymore. Anyways, yeah, that's an interesting little bit of interestingness. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Something I'm thinking of an interesting mod. So what if you had a mod that copied terrain chunks, like structure chunks, and like pre-created worlds using like custom terrain chunks, and just like generated the file system all on its own. So like before you even entered the files, it already had a structure there. Could you create like an infinite world of one type of structure if you knew the correct terrain system? I should check that. I'm suddenly very interested. I have an idea. I will test this on another day. Okay. Custom block story terrain might be possible. Me getting on tangents about mods and stuff and low level interest. Yeah. Anyways, I don't actually know when the old system of terrain was removed. The old system of terrain I think, because the last version I remember playing it on was 4.1.1 in the browser. Problem with 4.1 in the browser is there's a bunch of versions in between 4.1.1 and 8.0.4, I think, that we don't know, have kind of been lost to time. Like there's the Android version still has records of them, but to what degree that crosses over, not fully sure. Yeah, it's interesting, and nonetheless. Also interesting is the fact that 4.1.1 and 4.2 actually have different textures for the most part. They actually they kept the item textures but swapped the terrain textures. I think because in 4.1.1 they were using many of their textures actually came from a Minecraft texture pack that they had basically copy and pasted some stuff from into the main game. I have tried desperately to find that original texture pack. I cannot say I have found it because I have not found it. Cool little tidbits of information. Very interesting. Whew. And we continue our journey. We are 46 minutes into the stream. Continuing on our journey, 10 million blocks in that direction. Continuing to get some good content by just talking. Skulls revamp. Someone posted in the help section the other day. Remember old skulls, old block story skulls? And I was like, yes. And then someone added me and said, I think Lumpology has an image of that. And I was like, no, why would you assume that? So I went into a video and I found an image of that skull and I posted it in the help section. So now we have the old skull and the new skull forever stored in the server. Whoa, my goodness, that is the longest What the heck? What is with my the luck of terrain today? What is that? Is easily the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay, maybe not the coolest, but what? That's so cool. It's like an ocean, but it's not really. Wow. That's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool. I have not seen something like that before. Huh. Cool. Wow. We have just had the best of luck with. It's not bad from this angle either, actually. We've had just the best luck with terrain today. Finding unique little things. The terrain generation in this world just keeps on giving us surprises. I cannot wait to see what we continue to find as we go further and further out. What terrain features will start to break down and show us cool things. What will we get? How long before we start getting weird jumbles of structures and chunks as chunks render wrongly and stuff, and we start seeing weird spikes in the terrain engine? I do not know. I do not know, but I'm very interested to see. We've captured a lot of unique features that don't probably exist anymore in this series. For example, icebergs that are partially cut off. That's not in the game anymore, but we have it captured in the Walking 10 Million series. Ocean sinkhole. Guys, we found a new biome. Add it to the list. Ocean sinkhole. Actually, so we need to find a proper sinkhole that's actually in the ocean, though. So we have that, but when do we get a sinkhole that's in the ocean entirely? These are things we must find, and it is the reason for our walk, for this prolonged walk. We will find more cool things like that. At what point does the terrain functionally stop generating? I do not know, but we endeavor to find out. I bet if someone was really inclined, they could go through the positions of all of these structures and find interesting patterns about what they've been doing so far generating. But I'm too lazy for that, so I'm not going to. Second time we've had to eat this stream. There we go. Very good. Mace. At this point, I'm waiting for Atlantis to be all over a continent. Yep. So just now we found an Atlantis beam that was 8 blocks out of the water. So we need to see if we can get even get an entire bubble out of the water, or if that's not going to happen or not. Ah, yes. Interesting. Wait a minute. I just realized I've never seen one of these in the game before. I don't think I've ever seen lily pads naturally available in-game before. Miss Duck Spawner. These were absent from the game for so long. That's very interesting. I didn't know they were finally added back. Huh. That's very interesting. Huh. Very cool. The Blockstrays official builder has been doing some great work, I have to say. Little Easter eggs everywhere. Huh. Very interesting. Fun fact, did you know in the first 9.0 update, the devs accidentally disabled earthquakes permanently? Another cool thing is in um, there used to be, it might even still exist. There is a bug that occasionally appears in the game that will give you infinite mana. I don't know what caused it though. It used to be fairly well known actually among the community though. Invalid mace. I didn't know they could naturally show up. Yeah, I didn't either. That's why I'm so surprised. I guess this is probably the first time they've been in the game since the 13.0 update. Since before the 13, yeah, because these used to naturally spawn in old worlds, but I haven't seen them since the 9.0 update naturally in the game. That is really cool. Not going to lie. Not going to. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Why though? Why is it there? What caused this? What is with this mysterious block? Wait a minute. It's a triangle. There's a triangle. I see triangles in it. It's the Illuminati. Illuminati confirmed. Continuing on. That's so cool. That is so cool. That's really freaking cool. Continuing on. You know, I'm gonna put a bet down. Grandiose. Take another swig of my coffee. Ooh, coffee. There's an interesting thing. Apparently, there's going to be a worldwide coffee shortage. So add coffee to the list, like a long list of things that will probably have a shortage soon, including cacao, vanilla, and a few other things. You know. But now coffee, they're going to take. Climate change is going to take coffee from us. Oh my God, why? Why do you do this to us? Continuing on. That's pretty cool. It's another one of those anchors. These are so cool. What is with the cool terrain features today? Invalid Mace says, repair the shield. Yes. This tree has some problems. That's not right. George Bush, I should do that too on my HC world because I have fully maxed out fly speed and can make 10,000 blocks per minute. More competition? Do I hear more competition? Yes? Yes, more competition. I challenge anyone who will fight, who will take on this challenge. Beat me to 1 million blocks. I dare you to. I have the endurance to pull off 10 million, but can you make it to 1 million? Puny, insignificant, non-walking for 4 years people. Welcome to the stream, George Bush. Your addition to this whole content mess is always appreciated. Wow, that is a really long and large ice flat. That is like larger than normal ice flat. Like when the devs said they were going to re-add ice flats, I didn't mean like re-add the entire ice flats. That's pretty cool. No, yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I want to see. I want to play 8.0 again. 8.0 was so much fun. George Bush. I'm kind of scared because maybe it will crash and permanently destroy my world. XD. Yeah, it's been okay so far. I mean, some of the people I know who have been launching the world download for this world that I posted in the Discord have been having trouble. Apparently, mobile shows up differently than the regular version. So I did not think this would actually happen. But thinking back on it, it makes sense considering the Unity version is actually different from the exported version as well. So it makes sense then that the mobile version is actually different from the PC version. And the way we know this, that's very interesting, is that, kind of gives you a circular look. It's much, much glitchier for the mobile people who are out this far. So we're not even getting the full story out this far. It takes us like much longer. The mobile people have it much worse. So is 10 million possible on mobile? No clue. Is it possible here? Absolutely. Now, I've only actually flown out to 800,000 on mobile, and I know how that looks kind of, because I was in creative mode. I was just in the car one day, and I was just like on a long journey, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna, I wasn't driving, just letting you know, and I just decided to just fly off in one direction in creative mode for a while, and that was a mobile version, and I made it about 700 and almost 800,000 blocks out, and it looked it was very different than this. Yeah. I see a volcano. I see a volcano, and it's huge. We've maxed out. It's a humongous. What? Wow. This is actually a really good shot. 1 second. This might be my thumbnail. Pick. Here we go. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this monstrosity. Absolute madness. Absolutely massive. Like, not even kidding. That is absolutely massive. Even compared to normal. That is huge. Like, we're this far away and we can still see it. That is massive. That is something I want to try out soon. I want to mess with the Blockstory config file and see if I can get the terrain to expand longer. I want to see if it's possible to load more terrain than is currently possible. When I was developing 2.0, I expanded the terrain to even further than it is now. I want to see if it's possible to go even further than that. Yeah, fun fact about the people who used to play 2.0. You could actually see further sometimes. You couldn't load further, you could see further. Yeah. Continuing on. Our journey. Whoa. Another great hole. Actually, this one's pretty stereotypical, though it is rather square, all things considered. Continuing on. Our journey. We are, we haven't actually gone very far considering it's been an hour since we started the stream. But, yeah. All good. I might not stream for as long today, just because I'm still having some muscle pain and jaw problems from my surgery. But, definitely go for a while. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so, things we found today. We found a lot of things today, actually. So, the single block, like, actually this is pretty cool, too. Why are we running into so many cool things? This is actually really cool. Ah! Why is this so cool? I want a picture of this. Invalid Mace 2.0, the only place where the alchemist flies. Oh yeah, that. Honestly, I keep forgetting about that. Ah yes, it was beautiful. It was so excellent. I'm still so proud of that. That's pretty cool too. Click. The noise you keep hearing is me taking pictures because I have a camera. Sorry about that. I'm back. Continuing on. Yes. So as we continue, yes. Alchemist flies in 2.0. So, continuing on. I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry about the slight interruption. Anyways, so over here. What is this? I swear we have the most interesting terrain features today. This actually seems like a really... Maybe I'm just going crazy. Everything is interesting today, and it probably shouldn't be. But you never know. I have a copy with the Flying Alchemist, I believe. So, funny thing, I was actually working on when I left 2.0, the 2.0 work. I was actually working on a Gontar mob. So somewhere in the final version of the game's terrain files, there is actually the code for a Gontar mob. But I don't think you can like spawn it very easily though. It would take a mod that I don't know how to make. But that would be fine. George Bush, imagine if I wouldn't tell you about the Dark Axe with mana and then go for 10 million blocks with only 30 breads. That would have been very hilarious. Yeah, we would still be rocking 200,000 blocks if we were using the old walking system. That is for sure. We are doing much better now. Yeah, this Dark Axe has saved us so much time. It's really insane. Like even now, like we're not making as much time now as we were in like some of the earlier episodes, but dang, the Dark Axe has really sped that up. Invalid Mace. You think that's where the Ruskal mob comes from? It used to be the same model as Gontar. You think that's where the Rukal mob comes from? The Ruckle? Oh, that's the one that spawns in space. No, it wouldn't be the same. No. The 2.0 code never was never in parallel with the main release, which is to say 2.0 is a fork of the main release as opposed to the main release having code parallels with 2.0. So no, none of the code from 2.0 would have been in the Rukal. Though that's not to say it isn't based on similar principles. Are you still working on some creature models like with the Forest Troll? I am not involved in the game at all, in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a community member like anyone else now. That's not to say I wouldn't definitely like to work on some additional stuff, but I'm not a member of the. I'm just not a member at all. I don't even have access to the files anymore, so it's all good. I still have some of the old dev files. I've been meaning to delete them for some time, but I keep them around for interest. I won't use them, but yeah, it's mainly code I wrote, so I keep it around because I want to have mementos of the code I wrote a while back. It's pretty good. Ooh, this is a pretty small island actually. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, wait a minute. It's not even an island. I was wrong. It's this is an underwater sandbar thing that has been glazed over. Nope, not an island. I don't know why I would ever make such a mistake. Ha ha ha. That's pretty funny. Whew, we are starting to approach 660,000 blocks in the negative X direction. Pretty good, I say. The progress is good. So we're definitely not going to make it to 700,000 blocks today. That's just, I think that's pretty good given. But we'll make it pretty far. we'll make it easily. So 700,000 blocks next episode, episode 10. Yeah, no problems there. It's not to say we won't continue for a while though. Second, I'm just gonna adjust my monitor. Here we go. Just gotta see there we go, panel. There we go. Now I can see the chat and look at video analytics. Ooh. So now that since I started using Streamlabs, in theory, if things like happen on the channel, it should like bling me through the actual program. Kind of cool. This could be a useful reference if you ever start a project that's similar. Yes, indeed. It could be an interesting reference, though I have to be very careful about what I do if I ever started a project that's similar, because, oh my god, I am not dealing with U.S. legal problems. I'm uniquely vulnerable to U.S. legal problems as an American citizen. Yeah. So, I have thought about making a block style game. It's a bit of a commitment though. So, it would definitely be a kind of an all-year project if I did get around to it. I also need to find a proper engine. I've been kind of coasting outside the engine scene for a while now. So probably I just need to pick an engine and just focus on that one engine. It's mainly due to the fact that Blender game engine got discontinued, but also due to the fact that Armory engine is like never receiving updates ever. So like the Blender scene is kind of leaving me behind. I feel like I'm not moving as fast. It's so weird. Maybe it's just me. Glitch shield is not such a glitch shield. Indeed. George Bush, imagine if PewDiePie would make a video about this game. I think it would blow. This game would explode if even if a YouTuber with even 1/100th of PewDiePie's 1/1000th of PewDiePie's subscribers started playing this game. This game would absolutely explode. Like, yeah. I encourage anyone watching to try and spread the message. What we need is we need to advertise the community to I don't know, Ant Venom or someone. I feel like he'd be totally interested in this. I should think about that actually. I have some connections. I do. It's difficult to get people to be interested in clones of Minecraft. Ah, yes, I got that spider. I was absent-mindedly trying to crush an insect while playing the game at once. Oops. Invalid May says, speaking of game engines, I finally got my hands on Unreal, so I'm excited to start playing with it. Ah, yes. Unreal is a lot of fun. I'll probably be working on that alongside you as I struggle my way back through Unreal. I haven't used it in so long. I have it installed on every computer I've ever used, but I never use it for anything. I really need to learn its C++ API though, because I hear it's really good. And it's been it's good. Bless those graphics. Fun fact: Mandalorian actually the Mandalorian, the Disney Plus show, actually uses Unreal Engine for a lot of its shots because they use a kind of virtual set. That's actually quite interesting. You can definitely look that up. It's real-time graphics are the future, and Unreal Engine is the top of the line when it comes to those. Yes, indeed. Now I just need an RTX graphics card. Let's make Block Story in Unreal Engine 4. I am totally on board with that, George Bush. I am totally on board with that. Community Edition evolved. Unreal Engine Edition. Dun dun dun. That'd be pretty cool. Invalid Mace. I should probably refresh my knowledge on C++ first, though. Yeah. C++ is basically like C#, except I don't know. It's different. I shouldn't say it's basically like C sharp, but they're very different languages. It's really more like C, or it's even more like Java than it is like C sharp, really. I don't know. Not that I would ever recommend Java to anyone. Don't learn Java. It's a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. It's a dying language. You'll never find a job in Java. You will find jobs in Java, but like still. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. What the? That's not right. That's so wrong. That's not supposed to be. Why though? Didn't we just... What? This doesn't seem right at all. Maybe I'm going crazy. But this doesn't seem like... Oh my goodness. Do I have to bookmark this? I feel like I have to bookmark this again. I've been bookmarking a lot of these structures. I'm just very interested to compare it to the other ones that we've found. I feel like I'm not going as fast. Why do I feel like I'm not going as fast? Am I like... It's funny. I definitely feel like I'm not moving as fast. Yeah, and maybe it's just me. Weird. George Bush, if you have been the lead project for Blockstory, what features would you put in the game? So I definitely would have focused mainly on terrain. My main goal would have been to decrease the number of structures that were around, and I also would have worked on combat a lot. More, less of a timing-based system, more of a more interesting like strike-based system. I also would have worked a lot on mobs because that was kind of my thing back in the day. Yeah. I think mainly I would have tried to go for technical stuff, like just like balancing everything. It's mainly what I do. I don't think I would have been a major features person. Just like it's not really my area. But I mean, I probably would have worked on graphics a lot. I mean, I have a lot of experience in graphical programming. So, like for example, if you ever, I don't know if anyone remembers the RC candidates on the official Blockstory blog, but I was looking into implementing GLSL shaders into Blockstory for a while. I would have continued working on that, probably. That's not right. That's not right at all. That's just not right. No. Yeah, that's kind of the stuff I would have been doing. Nothing nearly as extravagant as what HH is doing, but like more quality of life improvements and cool graphical stuff. Java is a decent language to learn, though. You could take most of what you know in that language and apply it to C Sharp. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, most of the languages are the same. C-style languages are like Java and C Sharp and C++ are all the same. Pretty much. Core principles, the same. Only real difference is like some of the basic stuff in like the standard library and stuff. Speaking of which, C++ standard library doesn't get nearly enough love, especially from the Android community. Because everyone who codes in C++ and uses and does Android development, no one uses the standard library, and it annoys me to no end because the standard library of C++ is great and should never be ignored. Gasps compilation of walking 10 million blocks in Blockstory coming up. Oh my god, it'll be so great. All the compilations will be coming at 1 million blocks because I don't have time to do them before 1 million blocks. Time. Oh, time. Where have you all gone? Features to put in the game. What indeed? What indeed? I used to put up a lot of ideas in the Block Story website. Like, like, what was one? It was like a level staff. Like that was one of the first ideas I put on Block Story. Level staff, you tap on a mob and it decreases its level. Kind of weird, quirky things. I think I'd go for some of Accelerator's changes. Accelerator seems to have a vision, and HH seems to agree with his vision. So I'm very, very excited to see Accelerator's vision in the game. Admittedly, it's taking a little longer than originally expected, but Accelerator has contacted me and discussed some of the things he's working on, like fairly well, and it seems very, very cool. George Bush, Paul said the game is like Minecraft plus Skyrim. So if you want to play one of this game, could you play Block Story because it's a combination of these two? Oh yeah, okay. I think I know what you mean. Uh, like if we were pitching the game to someone else, like plus Skyrim, it is kind of that. That's cool. Yeah. Continuing on. Yeah. This is pretty crowded. Yeah. So, Invalid Mace, you're probably fairly up to date on the. I think he mostly says that to compare it to other games. Yeah. Yeah, Paul did a good job advertising it around for sure. I think that was the right choice, comparing it to Skyrim, for sure. It added a fair bit of interest, and this game, like I think the PAX presentation also helped a lot. PAX is very very well known, so now what the game needs is it needs to go back to conventions, like many years down the road. They need to prove that the game still survives. Like that's cool. That's also cool. Uh, Another one, eh? Like for example, like it was at like what PAX 2013 or something. So I think the game should definitely go back and like have it go to another convention and just tell everyone it still exists, because like this game, it's starting to not gonna lie, it's starting to fall off the radar. I don't think this game is getting bigger, that's for sure. Wait, Lump, were you going to ask something? Oh, right. What was I going to say? It wasn't too important, I think. I would have remembered it more if I was. uh, or I should just say, I'd like ask you, Invalid Mace, you're pretty in contact with Excel. Like, what's your take on his what's your take on his roadmap for the game? Because I know you probably know it as well. Just to get a like a gist of what you think of it. Is it a good future for this? That's that. Yeah, that was it. I personally think it's going to be quite interesting, and supposedly it's the next. It's going to start. His roadmap's going to start pretty much the next update. So, uh, it's going to be very interesting to see. I do not know exactly how much Excel works on the game, so it's going to be very, very, very interesting to see. Welcome to the Block Story Podcast with Lumpology. This is Walking 10 Million Blocks in Block Story. This is the official Blockcast. When there is no Blockcast, Blockcast equals Walking 10 Million Blocks in Block Story. We contact all the best and brightest of the community and most influential there are to discuss with you, the viewers, cool things about Block Story, because there is always more things to know about in game. pretty good. We are approaching 670,000 blocks. Wow. Good days walking, eh? Let's see. Invalid has responded. He hasn't told me much about his roadmap, but what I do know, it seems very interesting. We'll just have to see how it turns out. Yep. Exactly. So, yeah, I'm very, very interested to see where this goes. I must say it was large enough surprise when we found out he was on the dev team. That was pretty cool, though. That was pretty cool. So there is an interesting question to the community. George Bush, I'm going to make Excel suffer when it comes to 14.0. When 14.0 comes. Escape the Evil 2 is coming. Oh no. Oh, we're probably going to get videos on that. That's going to be very cool. Escape the Evil. Ooh. I was working on a parkour map for a while. I think I'm definitely going to try to submit that soon. What I was thinking of doing was recreating like a really huge parkour map I once saw. Or like, not recreating, making a new one. What am I saying? Making a parkour map. I was thinking of making like an interesting thing. It'll be cool. Anyways, moving on. Oh, and we crossed it. 70,000 blocks. We're just gonna put a bed down. Set our checkpoint because we need to not die and get sent back a ways. Oh, look, a dead spawned. Good enough. Wait. What do we have here? This is a good sign. This is a good sign. It belong. It is. I see you down there. That is a very well hidden castle. That is a very well hidden castle. That is a surprisingly well hidden castle. I bookmark. Surprisingly well hidden castle. Let's go. Up, and see. Okay, we have volcano. Ooh. Invalid. I was making a map that was like those old moron tests that were popular back then. I haven't touched that map in a long time, lol. Ooh, yes. That'd be pretty fun. I played on a map once. It was like a part of a YouTube thing. I was collaborating with Daniel 2000, and I think I have. Did I? I may have unlisted the video. It's not a very good video. Oh my god, it's a terrible video. But it's the only real collaboration for Block Story that I did. Yeah. H British says, HH told me that he's gonna add some things that will help with the map. I respect him a lot. Yes, indeed. HH is doing some good things. Help with the map, huh? That'll be good. That will be good. Yeah. Huh. I was going to say something again, but I again seem to have forgotten what it was I was going to say. It's a pity, though, because I think it was important. As important as things that we talk about here get, but, like, still. Like, what was I saying? What was I going to say? It's just dementia, the podcast. Nope, I cannot remember it for the life of me. It'll come back to me in a few minutes, I'm sure. Or after the stream is completed, I will suddenly remember. Yes. Ah, goodness. Continuing on. Getting closer to 700,000 blocks. It'll be good. Gotta keep up this view time, for sure. Improvements to maps, eh? I guess that'll be kind of interesting. I've always we could use something like MC Edit. MC Edit equivalent, but in block story. That'd be very interesting. I hate when that happens too. I have to say, when something that I forgot I wanted to say. It's painful. Yes. Ooh, we reached another almost plateau. Ooh, will we? This may be the first episode we don't reach a true plateau. Ooh, that's pretty big though. Yeah, that is pretty large. Very cool. One thing I do wonder about sometimes is what the future of the modding community will look like for this game. And I know this is kind of like a common talking point of mine, and I probably shouldn't be bringing it up over and over again, but like it genuinely is an interesting something that interests me is like this game's modding community. Like, to what extent does it exist? That's pretty cool. That's not good. We need food. I have been putting off getting food too long, and now we are out of bread, so I'm going to stop on this tree and grab some apples. Because food is now a problem. Goodness. There we go. There we go. Just eating some food. There we go. Back up to full hungerness. Excellent. Oh my goodness, another one. Oh my god. So the question we need to ask ourselves is the pattern on this one the same as the pattern on the previous one? I will definitely go back and compare that at some point. Because what I want to know is if these volcanoes are the same volcano. Oh, this person built their house in the wrong spot. That is not the right spot for a house. Definitely not. What were they thinking? Yeah, he will add colored locks and colored keys, options to lock the doors with the key. Ooh, that's pretty cool, actually. Locked doors, huh? That's pretty cool. So now you can not only like customize your characters with stuffuses, but now you can, so that like they can't mine blocks, but you can now also like you'll be able to set up like adventure maps with like locked doors and stuff. Its only modding I can think of is file editing, world chunks, and characters. I haven't gotten custom recipes to work in modern Blockster, and I personally don't count texture packs. Yeah, that's completely fair. Custom recipes don't exist anymore, from what I've been able to, from according to Accelerator. I don't know why, but from what I've heard, they don't exist anymore. But yeah, character editing has definitely been a good modding thing, as has custom worlds. I mean, it's added for some cool things. As for like, I've done like terrain editing through the resource manager. It's pretty cool. But you can only really unlock features that already exist in the game or adjust things that already are in the game. So it's kind of difficult to predict how it will work. I personally am definitely thinking of, well, actually, probably I won't. I used to be very into like I was working a lot of like mods for Block Story, but then I got shut down by HH, so it's kind of less of my inclination to. It's never been the same since the network mod. It's a good place for a cactus. Let's see what. There's Bush. I don't have to put the signs anymore with locked what you need in brackets, it will be much more cool. That'll be good. I'm very interested to see that. Oh, that's something that the game should definitely, I definitely want to see in the game. Mechanical stuff, like wiring and like mechanical stuff. Like we don't really have any of that. I think it would be cool. Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about the trend almost of the anti-cheat trend that HH and the development team has been working on. Like I understand the diamonds. That makes perfect sense to me. But like making it harder to like modify characters and stuff, I don't fully understand why that is a requirement. Like it's not really a big deal to play around with the level system. Like I get we have this thing where you can pay for items and people don't really want to like cheat this stuff in because this is like money. But like again, people are going to do it anyways, so like I don't know. And it's not like we can't find out what the names of items are if they make the names complicated or anything because like if you decompile the game code, which is not hard to do, you can find lists of all the items in the games because they're just an array. I mean, you can find them, but like I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the constant trying to make the game less cheatable. If people want to cheat, people are going to cheat. It's just kind of how it works. But that being said, I think the diamonds part makes a lot of sense. George Bush. I would love a mechanical thing like redstone. Dude, that would have been like the best thing ever. Now I swear. I could make automatic farms and things. That's actually one interesting thing. It used to be possible to make automatic farms in Block Story. But when in like 10.0 at some point in time, maybe 11.0 actually, they removed mob drops. So you have to kill like 10% of a, or like 15% of a mob in order for it to drop something. So that basically destroyed any of the old mob farms that used to exist. For example, you used to be able to, using light, you used to be, and My Precious used to be able to automatically farm any mob that burned in light. But otherwise, I think the generator block is the closest we have to redstone. I'd actually like to see more uses of that. Yeah. I mean, you can make some interesting things using like rails and like pipes and stuff, but like I would like to see what unique take on like redstone block story could come up with because I think this game could do some really cool things. This game has a habit of having some like really cool features that are like completely advanced compared to what you'd expect for a game of this caliber. So I definitely think custom quests would be interesting too because I know quests have are just XML files. So like make it open up the quest API and have custom quests be a thing. It would be really cool. Yeah. There's a ton of like modding potential this game has. Um, One video I've been thinking of making actually recently for the channel is I've actually been thinking of making another video on Unity modding, just because I have some new tools that are able to adjust in-game models and more of the in-game code than I was adjusting before. So I'm actually thinking of going back to that. Of course, I'll probably use Blockstory 8.0 as my test subject again, because that's kind of been the thing I've been doing mostly from now on. But what I've been trying to do for like almost like a few months now is trying to compile a list of what the mod. For a second there, the shield looked really normal. Of like all the moddable things Blockstory has. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's genuinely pretty cool. A lot of potential. Like, just like having good mods support is like it's pretty great because like we could start to see more features than the devs are actually putting in the game. Like we can keep in the span in between updates, we can prolong the content by having the community add stuff and work on cool stuff. Envelop mace. Yeah, the connecting the generator to pipes makes the elevator work. Connecting it to rails makes carts work and the trains go faster. I'd love to see some mechanics outside of make vehicles work. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The new system where vehicles are like an entity in the world, kind of like a block where you can just like log off and the vehicle will stay there. I think that's pretty cool. Um, I think it doesn't make as much sense in a non-multiplayer game, but it's still pretty cool, I think, to have anyways. George Bush, I would like some Shadow Hunter. I would like some Shadow Hunters that have different outfits, which will train you in one random skill point with a diamond discount. Would be like rare, cause yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. We should hand these streams off to Accelerator and be like, watch this stream. There's tons of ideas in here. You should watch this. It's like some of the greatest ideas come from these brainstorming streams. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Helping with skills, huh? Maybe skill points should be moved out of this menu and instead should be just made its own thing. Like you work with NPCs to upgrade skills rather than the constant XP farming that we have to go through to upgrade skills. It's some just thoughts, you know. But yeah, Quest API is based on XML. I think should be uh, definitely worked on. All right, I'm just gonna pause for 1 second. I'm not going away. I'm just gonna hop out of the room for 1 second. All right, and I'm back. Okay, let's see. Invalid mace. I've made use of the new vehicle mechanics. It means I don't have to remember to grab my boat out of my chest before I explore the ocean. Yeah, that's pretty handy. Do you remember that George Bush says? Do you remember that Maddie was revealed in the 11.0 update main menu when it was Halloween? Indeed, it was. Yes. Um, yeah, that was pretty interesting. So it was actually kind of interesting because when Excel made the trailer for Maddie, um, it was actually he we well first of all I collaborated with him on that. Um, I I'm the developer he was talking about in the description. But one thing that was interesting about that was we got the version number wrong. So it says like 11.2.3 or something like that, or 11.4 or something. Maddie ended up coming out in the 12.0 update instead. Um, oops. That's all I can say to that, really. Oh, another one, eh? Wasn't really the intention, but yeah. So, but so technically speaking, there's a hidden beta somewhere that that exists in. I have that version, the very same version Excel used in that trailer, hidden in the Block Story archive, which is a Google Drive folder that some people have access to with a bunch of random strange copies of Block Story in it. Um, but yeah. Cool stuff. Hmm, very interesting. TGS says, sorry. Why do you apologize? Why do you apologize? You have no reason to. Yes. Continuing on. I missed most of the stream. That's fine. You didn't miss anything important. We were just talking about updates in the meantime. Lots of talk about updates. Ooh, we are approaching. Well, we're not approaching, but we're coming up on 700,000 locks. Goodness me. Oops, knocked my microphone. More coffee. Yes, 700,000 locks. That'll be an interesting milestone. It's just far enough that it's not really very interesting. It's like really cool, but it's not quite far enough that it's actually genuinely interesting. Like, we're pretty much going to get ghosted by the larger audience until the 1 million block stream. I can pretty much guarantee that. And then once we've done the 1 million block stream, we're pretty much going to get ghosted as a stream until the 10 million block stream. So we're definitely going to have to work on that. We should also find some way to like level up. Like once we hit 1 million blocks, we really need to work on some leveling up because it's getting. We need to move faster than this. Trench bush. So here's something for you all. Find the fastest possible way for me to level up, and I'll do a stream dedicated just to leveling up or something like that. George Bush, also in the 11.0, when Ted was riding in a minecart and screaming, that would have been really cool if that was implemented in the game. I agree. I agree. That would have been really funny. Yeah, spaceships in space should actually blast off in space in a future update. That would be pretty funny too. Not gonna lie. This is random. Oh wait, no, it's not as random as I thought. For a second, I thought this was like randomly in the middle of a desert, but it's not. There's an ocean right there. Never mind. Continuing on. So, in a matter of fact, I was technically correct because that was random. I mean, a random interlude. Dun, dun, dun. Oh right, I've got to actually do something. It's tradition. Gotta keep up with tradition. Breaking and entering. A staple of the 10 million block streams. Continuing on. An hour and 45 minutes since we started. Oh my goodness, this is turning out to be much longer than I was expecting. Considering that I spent pretty much an hour talking straight before as I was recording a video. In addition to this stream, I'm going to have a sore jaw when I hit the sack tonight. Goodness. But it will be worth it because we will have ascended to new heights of insane distance. Record-breaking distances. So I have yet to receive an update on the person who was supposedly following us to 10 million blocks. So we had competition. Someone said they were like right behind us and had already gone like 100,000 blocks. And I was like, oh no, they're going to catch up and pass us soon. But they never posted again, so we don't actually know if they ever did. My guess is they got bored and stopped. But this is definitely something that will definitely have to be figured out eventually because we don't know if that person is still following us. George Bush, repair the shield. Yes, we will repair the shield. It's been like this for a while now. It hasn't been taking damage. We've been very careful about it. I'll repair it when we finish when we reach our destination. I should make a. Speaking of things, I need some. I should smelt this iron into a axe, or get some stone, at the very least, to repair these with. Here, I have a pickaxe. I may as well use it. I purchased this from a alchemist last stream. Can I get stone from like these guys' huts? No. Yeah, I'll move on. It'll be good. Just a second. There's some stone. We'll grab that. Oh my god. Out of here. Not even close. And it's broken. That's just great. We're going to use a shovel. Wait, if we use the iron one, it might dig even faster. Oh my god, it's almost as good as a pickaxe. And we have 4. Great. That'll do the trick. That'll do, pig. That'll do. More references that no one gets. Oh my god, yes. We need food desperately. So next good biome that contains food, we are going to stop and get food because it is a problem. It's a problem. More obscure. I need to stop making obscure references that no one will understand. It's not a good source of content. It really isn't. Though honestly, if any of you do get that reference, please tell me, because I would be really disappointing if I was the only one. Actually, it wouldn't be disappointing if I was the only one. It would just be like kind of like sad because I'm just like cracking jokes on a stream that no one understands. You probably don't get the references. I should stop. Anyways, apples. Oh, don't fall. Oh, fine. Grab this apple. Food. Nope, wizard. Careful where you shoot those things. There we go. That'll do for now. I'll save those for emergencies. Actually, you know, I'm going to stop at another tree because reasons. Actually, I think if I dig it with a block, it's technically speaking faster than digging by hand. Funny mechanics Block Story has, actually. Blocks do actually speed things up slightly. T-Rex needs a buff of attack, because at level 60 he cannot manage to hit you sometimes. Oh, yeah. I think the entire AI of mobs in general needs to be overhauled. It's pretty basic right now, and it's starting to get a little dated in its approach. The mobs need proper path finding, I think, rather than just walking in directions randomly every few ticks. The NPCs don't really have AI as far as I can tell. They just, yeah. Unity has a good pathfinding engine. They should just use it and implement it. The shield looking good right now. He's phasing in and out of reality. He's scaling the 4th dimension to go in and out of 2 different positions. Oop, there you go. In, out. There we go. I was very surprised to find out the Block Story source code, some of the plugins actually do support a W axis in addition to the XYZ axis. I'm not sure what the W axis is for, but I know it exists, so I'm very intrigued by it. I made a meme on the Block Story Discord like a long time ago about that. It was funny to the like 3 people who saw it. There we go. More apples. I need to stop doing that. It slows it down. There we go. Stealing this guy's apples. We've been doing that a lot since episode 11, actually. I'm very proud of it. I don't know what episode we're on now. Probably episode 20, actually. This might actually be episode 20. That's funny to think about. Yeah, now that I think about it, this is episode 20. Very cool. Ooh, we got another one of these. Another snow island. They're not uncommon per se, but they are not exactly common. In Valid Maze, Unity has a W axis for rotation and a couple other things, though I have no idea what it's for. That is very odd. Yeah, rotation along the fourth dimension. Yeah. I think more engines should be created with fourth dimension in mind. I think that would be way cool. Just like scale the fourth dimension one and it's like a new scene or something. I don't know. It'd be pretty funny. Pearl and Noise is actually very well equipped to support 4 dimensions. I don't think that's really seen. That is ominous. Ominous. We are approaching 690,000 blocks. Getting very close to 700,000. We might actually make it to 700,000 this episode. And if willing, my coffee will make it all the way there as well. Oh, shoot. I opened the inventory. There we go. Wait a minute. You. Space Bark. Oh. George Bush. Mobs need to make sounds when idling, like Tentaclon, Lumpology, and Tylosaurus, Phoenix, and the Manowar. Yeah. In Valid Maze. God, imagine how weird Blockster would be in the fourth dimension. Honestly, the devs should totally do that. That would totally make this game relevant. Like, fourth dimension, Block Story fourth dimension, this game would suddenly become relevant. Like, it would go from being, like, unknown, or, like, kind of niche well-known, to being, like, really well-known overnight if they did that. Hashtag add the fourth dimension accelerator. Now we all get to ping accelerator for a while, being like, add fourth dimension Excel. Because we all know Excel's the one actually adding the features. Ha, 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 ha. Yes, it is good. It is very good. I like bugging Excel. He takes it very well. Or he just doesn't notice. Both are possible. I don't contact him very much, but when I do, it's usually pretty funny. Actually, it's usually him contacting me to say, like, hey, a feature you made a long time ago is actually being added into the game. And I'm like, what? No way. You guys actually listen to me. It's pretty cool. Spooky sounds. That was a thing I was gonna try. I was working on when I was on the dev team. I had a noise, and it was every like 4 days or so, just like on a random counter. You were randomly going to hear a bunch of like people whispering, like just randomly, completely randomly, and it was going to be so freaky. And I was gonna delay it so that it didn't happen until about around level like I want to say until like your 100th day. And what I was going to do is I was going to have it so the noises started on the 100th day, and then as you progressed further on in the game past those that day counter, it would appear more and more frequently. I actually got the go ahead to do that too. Like, that was one of the few things actually approved. George Bush, what is the fourth dimension? I am noob. Ah, well, you see, In the structure of the universe as it is now, there are three spatial dimensions: the x dimension, the the y axis, and the z axis. I think I got those wrong, but that's not important. And the fourth dimension is the w axis, and it's like a fourth spatial dimension. But we can't see it because we merely three-dimensional beings are not equipped for it. I highly recommend looking up a game called Meigaikuri. It has some good examples of it. And also 2 Minute Papers has a very good video on it as well. TGS, when you're first on an Excel video, you rush to the comments and then you notice you have nothing to talk about. Yep. Okay, so I have a theory, and I'm just going to pose my theory quickly. It's got to do with Sarah and Excel on the video. So if you look at Excel's videos, on every video, Sarah has beaten everyone else in the community by like leagues to the first comment. I'm not sure how. Well, I have a theory. That's why I'm saying this. So here's my theory. I think Excel uploads his videos privately. He sends the link to Sarah, showing her that the video has been uploaded. She comments first, and then Excel publishes the video for everyone to see. Because that is the only way in my mind I can truly think it would be possible for Sarah to have the first comment on every video since, like, ever. That is my theory. Tell me if you think I'm right or wrong. That is a tiny palm tree. And we need to eat. There we go. Nom nom. Nom nom. There we go. At 1 minute to 2 hours into the stream, we are approaching 700,000 blocks. We have made grand progress. And yes, that is true. George Bush. Oh, what is the fourth minute? Or should you do that if players don't sleep for days? Like, they should hear more creepier sounds when not sleeping for days. Inspired from my sleep deprivation. That would be pretty cool. Like, if you don't sleep, you're going to start hearing noises. Ooh, remember Excel's April Fool's video with the forest troll in it? Where the screen goes all funny? Like, if you don't sleep for long enough, that filter effect should, like, happen to your character. It would be funny. Incentivize sleeping. Because, I mean, let's be real. Who actually sleeps in Block Story? Except me. Because I'm walking 10 million blocks in Block Story on the negative Z direction towards 10 million. That would be pretty funny. It is 4 o'clock, my time, and we've now been streaming for 2 hours. I cannot wait to be done and give my jaw a rest. But for now, we trot on. For now, we trot on. Ugh. Hopefully more terrain features will appear. I haven't noticed any recently, but yeah. So when you see Swamp Golem on video. That was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I commented below in the video that they should make the Swamp Golem that size always. I think that should be an official feature. Like, the Swamp Golem should be that size. It is the most powerful boss in the game, basically. It should be the largest boss in the game by a long shot. Make it huge, because that was way cool. It's got a tree on its back, for goodness sake. Make it massive. 2.0, except Swamp Golem. That reminds me of the If anyone's seen the Borlock in Block Story 2.0, um, it's like yellow and gray colored, and it's huge. It can fly and is powerful. It's like the strongest mob in the game, actually. Yeah. It may even emit boss music. I'm not sure. I do not know. George Bush, I think Cell's sister sneeze deals more damage. I said my Manticore idea. I'm hilarious, I know. Ha ha ha. Ah, yes, the meme. The question, though, is, does Excel's sister know how much of a meme she is? And does Excel's sister also play Block Story? That is another question that will plague us for all time. Only one can answer that. Well, actually two can answer that. Excel's sister and Accelerator. The answers we may not get. Who knows? TGS, Deadboat is the strongest boss. Excel said it himself. Yep. Of course it is. Yes. I don't know why anyone would question otherwise. Deadboat is the superior mob in the game. From a design standpoint, it is the most professionalist, bestest boat mob game thing. Oop. Earthquake. There should be like an altar or something you can hold in your hand that makes earthquakes less common. It is ridiculous how often earthquakes happen. Like, how many skylands are hitting the ground so often that earthquakes have to happen? Like, what's up with that? Honestly. Continuing on. Things I have yet to find, but I'm inclined to say should be possible, is I have yet to see a block merged with another block in game. This is something I've been wanting to find, but I've never seen. I want to know if it's possible. It must be possible. It must be possible. I do not know. Like yesterday, I switched to a new mouse. I was on an ergonomical mouse before. Now I'm back to a standard Logitech looking thing. I should go back to the ergonomical one. This one's making my hand go carpal tunnel very fast. Not good. Not good for the wrists. Meteor showers give you ores, so earthquake should give you something. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Meteor showers should cause earthquakes. That would be funny. George Bush, I miss playing 8.0. Playing it years ago. Nostalgia. Yes. Kevin Tipa, I grew a birch tree underground and the leaves combined with the stone. Really? Oh, cool. That sounds interesting. Yeah, leaves do seem to have slightly different functionality than anything else. Very exciting. Very exciting. Let's see, where are we at? Ooh, we're getting pretty close to 700,000. Getting pretty close. Gonna be done. Last minute topics. Might want to get on that because it's all coming to an end soon. I am not wasting any time when we reach 700,000. I'm putting the shield in an anvil, and then yeah. I also need to repair the dark axe because if we lose the dark axe, we are in a lot of trouble. Traveling is going to become a whole lot more difficult. That is some nifty looking waterfalls. My goodness. Oh, thank God for the coffee. What am I going to do when the coffee runs out? It's the only thing keeping me alive these days. In my prolonged exhaustion. Forever sleep deprived. Forever sleep deprived. Coffee induced. Let's see. George Bush. In a hint, the game says not to stab a dragon. Read hunting knife description. I don't have a hunting knife. Hunting knife. I know where the hunting knife is, I think. Come on. I've got to have the crafting recipe for the hunting knife. Weapons, sorry. A small one-handed sword that is great for close combat. The name speaks for itself. Great to have in your pocket when you need numerous supplies from the animals. Just make sure you don't hit a dragon with this weapon. Why? That's very interesting. Yeah. The hint, don't stab an electric dragon. And that. Or wait, is it still don't stab an electric dragon? I know it used to be don't stab an electric dragon. Is it just don't stab a dragon now? DGS, when I was playing Black Story in 2016 or 2017, I had a house underground with 5 rooms and 1 in the main hall. That way I was mostly safe from everything. Yeah. I remember the way the house convention that used to exist in pre 9.0 is that you used to, like, the starter house used to be like a hole in the beach. You'd put a sea spawner, like a fish spawner from coral, inside the house in the beach, and that would be like a light source. It was pretty smart, actually. Where is the ocean that this is supposed to be coming from exactly? Oh, it's over there. Okay. I think that's random place for a bunch of palm trees. I guess it's fine though. It's pretty close to the ocean. It's interesting how house conventions have changed recently. It's very different. Now it's like find structure, make house in structure. It used to be build structure out of bricks. Remember when people used to build out of bricks? Those days are over. George Bush, don't stab an electric dragon or any other dragon, it says. I still don't know why that is the message. Maybe it's just like a general advice. Don't fight dragons, but like, why stab? No. 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 What? That's so cool. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, not gonna lie. This is a pretty small beach. Greens too. Almost. We are approaching 700,000. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Ready, set, and it'll be a desert, it seems. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe a village. Actually, it looks like it's going to be in a village. Actually, it might be past the village. It might be in greens. 200 blocks. Here we go. Oh, please don't be in the river. The bow description have a Skyrim reference. Now we're going through the descriptions. Water wall. Oh, there it is. Very nice. Just before the water wall. Alright, this here. Sleep. Ooh. Oh. Here we are, everyone. 700,000 blocks. This is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Pretty cool. I'm so bad at crafting. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we need to build our monument. Here we go. Oh, hello there. I wasn't even standing near it. Why did it launch me? We didn't find any unobtainium this episode, so that is a bit concerning. But other than that, we are all set, really. We've still got plenty of unobtainium for now, but like, here we go. Here we go. Excellent. So we need some wood, I'd say. So we're just gonna yeet this tree a bit. Wait. Ah, yes. There we go. That'll do the trick. Probably. How do you make signs? This is a little ridiculous. What? Wait, it's wood specific? Are you kidding me? That's the right recipe. And it's wood specific. How is that good game design? Oh, that is annoying. Okay, guess we gotta mine a tree. We finished crafting the unobtainium. I need to do some mining. Goodness, I am so out of resources. I need stone, I need furnaces. Yep. All good things come to those who wait. Except me. Except me. Okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. 700k. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. How are you doing there, buddy? 3, 2, 1, go. Saw shield is all repaired. Now we go our dark axe in there. Excellent. In the meantime, I'm just going to go like here. And just use a block to get us some stone, because we need another furnace. Here's what I'm going to do. No, here. It's like 8 for a furnace, I think. So, one more. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, stop. There we go. And this in there with this. Okay. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw 2 of them in there, each with their coal, respectively. Okay. Excellent. How's this going? Pretty good. Okay. And that is our operation for now, as we are at 700,000 blocks. It's a good journey. Oh, there. Actually, fish might not be a bad source of food. There's a problem though, because we can't cook duck in game. There's a duck shortage. What is the bed recipe? Let's see, tools. I think bed is considered a tool. Yes. 3 wool. Okay. I'm confused. Are you very high up, or is it just glitchy? This has to do. We are at 700,000 blocks. Everything is glitchy. Glitchy. Because as we continue our journey towards 10 million blocks, everything gets worse. We are only 1 block in the air, actually. We would be doing much worse, actually, if we were just going up in the air directly. Got our unobtainium bar there. We'll collect it some other day. Just the bow description. Right, bow description. Weapons. Let's see, weapons. We'll check this. Oh, I can't check it right now because I don't have a bow unlocked. Unless I have one in one of my animals, but I don't think I do. Yeah, no. Getting good. Hello, Ted. Where's Ted's quest? Interesting. We could definitely do iron bars, and we could do collect skull. That would be easy, actually. This is something we could do on our journey, because skulls are on. You can find in desert temples. Let's see. TS Ryder says hi. Hello, Ryder. TSG says, is the Blockstream movie actually coming out in 2021? I don't know. It might. We'll see. 2021 is the deadline for it being finished. If it's not finished by the end of 2021, it won't be finished. Kevin Tipa, I found a goblin dungeon. I don't mean at the beginning of 2021, I mean the end of 2021. Kevin Tipa, I found a goblin dungeon thing that got cut off by the world in a way. The acid pool is slowly falling through everything. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Almost done there. Well, I think this is actually where we're going to be cutting off for now. So I should do the exit. We won't be walking anymore today. At 700,000 blocks, this is kind of the limit for what we can do. We've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. This is Walking 10 Million Blocks in Block Streak. We will, of course, return very soon, probably in like 3-4 days, maybe a week or something. That's no more than a week, probably. But I'm definitely going to stream again. So follow us for episode 10 next, as we reach 7, probably almost not 800,000 blocks, but you know, getting pretty close. Anyways, bye everyone, and thank you all for watching. I'm Coach Reddy, and I'll see you all